machine didn't have this additional
Yes.
plug board on the front. It still had the 3 rotors.
Yeah.
And what you've also got is each of the rotors you can move the position around.
Right.
So if you look at the sheet here on the wall, you've got on the left hand side you've got the month and the day.
Yes.
And then so for the 20th you would use rotors 5, 2 and 3 in that order.
Okay, yeah.
You would then use the ring settings for each one. So the ring setting for 5 will be 7.
Oh,
so
yes.
17, 18 and 4.
Okay, got it, yeah.
And then the next thing is the plug board.
Yes.
So that would say you plug Z into G. So there's a one of these cables will be labelled Z, and you take the cable from Z and you plug it into G.
Yeah.
And then you do the same for the other 9.
Yeah.
So there's 10 of those. And what that does is it reverses the 2 letters in pairs.
Right.
And that supposedly makes it less easy to
Okay.
And then the last column is the kind of like the start position that you use. And so ordinarily that would be closed in operation.
Yeah.
And as you can see, as you press a button, it lights up a letter that is different to the letter that you've pressed.
Right.
And it moves this ring on by one, this rotor on by one position.
Right, okay.
So the whole thing is completely. So if I press D again, you'll see a different letter lights up.
Right, okay.
And it's moving on again. When this one's gone all the way around, it moves this one on by one, and so on. So you'd set the machine up with your initial position.
Yep.
And then you would type your message in. And you'd actually need 3 people to work this.
Okay.
So you've got one person who's effectively reading out the message, one person who's pressing the key, and then the third person to write down the answer. And it's then that encrypted message that is set. So you can see E, we've pressed D and you've got E.
Right, okay.
So if you move it back to where it was, press E, and you'll get D.
Right.
It's reversible.
Yeah.
And one of the weaknesses, so again, another perception of weaknesses here is that with this machine, it's impossible to encrypt a letter to itself.
Right.
You could sit here all day pressing the letter E.
Yes.
You would never get the E light to light up.
Okay, so let's proceed.
Press the E. So you get
L now, yeah.
If you press it again, you'll get another letter, but it will never light up E.
Yes.
It can't because it's physically impossible.
Yes.
So that's another piece of information that a code breaker can use. If you see an X on the thing, you know that's not an X.
Yes.
It could be any other letter. But it's not an X.
Right.
Whereas with Lorenz, you can encrypt a letter to itself. You can also encrypt a letter to a non-printing character.
Right.
That's why they had to use the undulator machine.
Right,
You
okay.
can't just plug a teleprinter in and print out the answer. Because that shift that's been sent might decrypt to an A.
Yes.
So you've got to look at the raw data effectively.
Right, awesome. Okay, absolutely amazing. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like what gets me is like it's almost like because obviously they know it can't be encrypted to the same letter. That was kind of like reverse engineering the process, wasn't it? Understanding what you don't get from it.
Absolutely.
Gives you an idea like how to.
There is a story of a code breaker who noticed that scene from the stream. So they've got this encrypted message, and I think the letter L just does not appear in the stream. And they realised that what was happening was the operator had just been pressing a letter on the keyboard board over and over and over again. So what they were sending was garbage. But it gave them the information that because the letter L hadn't turned up in this message, that they must have been just pressing the letter L over and over again. And again, they were able to use that to their advantage. But again, it's this whole thing about standard operating procedure. If everyone had used the standard operating procedure, then it would have been a lot more difficult for the code breakers to do their jobs. Which is, what we get today.
Human intervention.
Someone in that HR department clicking that phishing email and infecting the entire company with with some dodgy firm, dodgy.
I built some software to change